Hey everyone! In today's three-part video, we're diving into 10 of the 37 executive orders President Trump signed during his first week back in office. From taking away birthright citizenship to kids born to undocumented immigrants to renaming the Gulf of Mexico, President Trump has signed a lot of executive orders trying to make America great again. Whether it's withdrawing from international agreements, rethinking federal hiring, or reshaping how the U.S. tackles border issues, there's a lot to unpack. Stick around as we break down what these decisions mean for the country and how they might impact our daily lives. Let's get started. Unleashing American Energy. Issued on January 20th, this executive order promotes energy exploration and production on federal lands and waters, with a focus on fossil fuels and critical minerals. It repeals several Biden-era environmental policies, removes regulations favoring electric vehicles, and emphasizes consumer choice in appliances. Agencies are tasked with reviewing their compliance with the new directives within 30 days. This shift marks a significant pivot in U.S. energy policy, prioritizing traditional energy sources over renewable initiatives, which may lead to increased environmental concerns and litigation. Declaring a national energy emergency, this order, also dated January 20th, identifies inadequate energy production as a national emergency and empowers federal agencies to expedite energy projects such as land leasing for oil and gas. Excluding solar and wind, it focuses on traditional energy sources. Agencies must submit emergency response plans within 30 days. The implications could include accelerated fossil fuel projects and potential environmental pushback. Putting America first in international environmental agreements, on January 20th, President Trump signed an order withdrawing the U.S. from the Paris Climate Accord and revoking Biden-era climate finance plans. It immediately ends U.S. participation in global climate initiatives and mandates agencies to report their actions within 30 days. This move reinforces a preference for domestic energy priorities over international environmental commitments, potentially straining relations with global allies and sparking criticism from climate advocacy groups. Unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential, this executive order, issued on January 20th, aims to exploit Alaska's natural gas reserves and reverse restrictions on drilling and mining. By removing environmental protections enacted during the Biden administration, it accelerates energy resource development in Alaska. The policy's immediate implementation prioritizes economic growth in the region, but may trigger environmental controversies and opposition from conservationists. Ending the weaponization of the federal government, signed on January 20th, this order directs a review of prior administration actions deemed politically motivated, including criminal and intelligence activities. Agencies are instructed to recommend measures for holding individuals accountable. The order seeks to restore public trust in the federal government, though its broad scope may provoke political and legal challenges. Restoring accountability to policy-influencing positions. Within the federal workforce, on January 20th, this order reinstated a prior Trump policy reclassifying career federal employees into at-will political appointees. By removing civil service protections, the order aims to align federal positions with the administration's priorities. While it promises increased flexibility, critics warn of risks to employee rights and impartial governance. Holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive information, this January 20th order revokes security clearances of intelligence officials accused of undermining Trump's administration and those linked to unauthorized disclosures. Immediate implementation underscores its intent to deter politically motivated intelligence activities. However, it may face scrutiny over its impact on national security and precedent. Reforming the federal hiring process and restoring merit to government service, issued January 20th, this directive calls for prioritizing candidates dedicated to efficiency and American values in government hiring, excluding consideration of race, sex, or religion. Agencies must create a hiring plan within 120 days. The focus on merit-based recruitment may reshape the federal workforce, though the exclusion criteria could prompt legal disputes. Ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing. This order, dated January 20th, mandates the termination of federal diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Agencies must report their DEI activities to the Office of Management and Budget within 60 days. This rollback of DEI initiatives signals a shift in federal policy, but is likely to provoke significant backlash from civil rights groups. Defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. On January 20th, this order restricted federal recognition of gender identities to biological sex and banned the use of federal funds for gender ideology. Its immediate effect positions the administration against progressive gender policies, drawing strong criticism from LGBTQ+ advocates while appealing to its conservative base. These 10 executive orders reflect some of the administration's priorities and goals during President Trump's tenure. As always, it's important to stay informed and engaged with the actions taken by our leaders, as they can have lasting impacts on our communities and the nation as a whole. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video, where we discuss President Trump's next 10 executive orders.